I'm Jacob from Sustainably Yours, and I think I may have mentioned on a couple of occasions that I'm not a very stitious person, and most certainly not superstitious. However, there are a few things that even I find a little creepy and off-putting. Case in point, there may be a dead body buried in my backyard. Well, it's Halloween, so I thought this would be the perfect opportunity for me to tell you this little story. Actually, it's not really even a story. It's kind of real life. It's something that we actually have in our pasture right next to our house. Shortly after we moved in here, we were kind of exploring the pasture, and we happened across a gravestone. Look at this. My house is right here, and there's a possible human being right here. What do you do when you have a gravestone in your backyard, in your pasture? I have no idea anything about it. We don't know any of the history of it. This particular house that we're living in is not all that old. However, I think I've had videos over in the little wooded area over there, and there's a whole lot of rubble and debris. So there was an older building at one point that burned down, and it was located kind of over on this corner, I think, kind of in the curve of the highway there. And I don't know how old that building was. I don't know about any structures that were here before this. So I really kind of want to do some research. I want to find out what's going on with this thing. Now, the little town we live in is pretty historic, I guess, for this area. It used to be a major hub. They used to take mussel shells out of the river here, and they used them to make buttons. So there was a big button factory apparently, or at least a button making place. I don't know if this was before factories or not. But I don't know anything about this headstone. There's not a lot on it. Very few markings. Just looking at it, it's pretty simple. It looks like they're hand carved. It looks like the name Vitula, probably. Looks like V-I-T-U-L-A. I don't see any dates or any other markings. I'm not sure that this is a human gravestone. I kind of suspect it may be somebody's pet. Just someone that really, really loved their pet. So they buried it out here under the big oak tree beside the pond. But I would definitely like to know more. So I'm going to do like a little grave rubbing of this and see if there may be any markings there that I just can't see with my eye. And I'm hoping that I'll get something that I can use to do a little bit of research. Here in the little town that we live in, there's a records building. And I don't know how far back the records go, but I would like to stop in there at some point and see if I can come up with anything. I guess starting with the name Vitula. So I'm going to start this off. I need to clear out a little area here. It looks like there's some type of probably rodent that has burrowed up under this stone. So I'm kind of going to watch what I'm doing here. I don't want to get bitten. That would be an awesome Halloween surprise, huh? Some of the grass is up out of the way. And then I need to clear off some of the debris here. I don't think there's anything else on here. I don't think there are going to be any other markings. we'll find out. Okay, so I've got myself a piece of paper just large enough to cover the stone. And I'm gonna wrap it around a little bit. And then I've got some painter's tape I'm gonna use to tape these sides down so that my surface, my scribbling surface or whatever, doesn't move. Got just a wax crayon here, Dollar Tree special. I'm gonna peel the paper off of it. I've never done this before, so I don't know if this is gonna work. If this will work. Definitely says Vitula, V-I-T-U-L-A, but I'm not seeing any other markings at all. So I don't know, but the lack of a date on the stone or any other markings other than just the name Vitula it kind of reinforces my thought that maybe this is a pet grave, pet cemetery. But more investigation is needed. For starters, I think I would like to bring a metal detector out here and see. I would think that if this were a human, they would definitely have some type of jewelry buried with them, you know, some personal kind of keepsake type things. Maybe if I had a metal detector, I could detect something like that. I'm gonna head to the records building here in town, and I guess Vitula. I don't know if that would be a first name or a last name. I've looked into it a little bit, and I think the word Vitula, I think it meant violin or something like that, but I'm just not sure what to think about it being out here. On the one hand, I feel like I just need to kind of leave it alone. I mean, I'll do some investigation into who or what it might be, but I probably shouldn't mess with it. However, on the other hand, I'm kind of curious. You know what I mean? So what would you do? There should be a poll that pops up there. I would be curious to find out what you would do if you found a possible dead body buried in your backyard. Now, I'm quite sure that ghosts don't really exist. I definitely think that there are spiritual things out there. I don't know if they're the spirits of once living people, though. However, even with just a little bit of doubt about that, having a gravestone in your backyard, kind of weird. Now, we haven't had any weird poltergeist type shenanigans going on, haven't seen any ghosts or anything like that, but I'm going to be watching out now. If I see anything, I'll be sure to let you know. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If so, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Leave us a thoughtful comment. Let me know what you would do if you had a possible dead body in your backyard. And if you're interested in following along as we continue to try and turn our home into a homestead, or if you're just wondering how this whole grave thing turns out, then be sure to ring the notification bell so you'll know when to be back for more daily, sustainable living.